just finished editing Angel 5x15. That was great to revisit. I'm still not over that episode, but I have to do it because, gotta edit those reactions, so yeah. I'm in Spain without the S, ladies and gentlemen. Hello everyone, it is Liam Catterson here with Angel, episode number 19 of Season 5. After this episode, there's only going to be 3 more episodes left, and it is so scary right now. I'm excited, though, to get into this episode, especially coming off the last episode, which was really incredible, with some unexpected returns, and not just that, though, but the atmosphere that I got on Patreon in regards to the last episode and Connor as a whole is that they really appreciated the direction that they took Connor in this in that episode, should I say, especially given the fact that season 4 was quite controversial, but the impression that I got was a lot of people really had that appreciative vibe, and I really liked what they did with Connor in the last episode, because it didn't exactly undo the ending in season 4, and not just that though, but I felt like this was a nice kind of expansion on things. So I really loved what they did with Connor in the last episode, especially with the fact that he now knows about Angel. He's got that I guess duality of the life that was, I guess, fabricated, and the whole caught off Halt's Angel scenario. So yeah, and it was really great how he didn't go after Angel's throat as soon as he realized Angel was his father, etc., all that jazz. So yeah, instead he chose to continue pursuing that life of bliss that he was aware of. So I really loved what they did with the last episode, and I'm excited to see what happens in this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 19 of Angel Season 5. Let's go.
No. Can't leave this dimension unless someone else puts on the necklace. Takes my place.
Wait, what? Oh shit! Why did we not do? Oh my god!
First day back?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Wes, go to sleep. You look
I stabbed you.
exhausted.
I should apologize for that, but I'm honestly not sure how. I think it'll just be awkward.
Oh.
Good call.
Her body's previous owner.
Oh my god, my heart. Wes. My heart is really breaking for
What
him.
comes out of her mouth? Pure, unadulterated vertigo. We look so tiny to her.
But you got her on a leash or something, right?
No.
So she's like a TV star.
No, nothing that bad. Bit violent, though.
Whoosh, the fourth wall.
Illyria was all they needed to know.
Then came the internet.
Ah! That is
You have
true.
nothing.
Wikipedia.
Your kind has pulled this domain
Might
apart.
exceed
Each of you has
Illyria.
snatched a tiny piece of it. Even those with the mightiest hordes are paupers.
Got a winded at least, didn't I? That's right, little Shiva.
Illyria?
Twice next time.
Something's okay. No. She's not feeling the wrath of Spike as much as you want to gloat.
Illyria infected Fred with no more malice than a viral phage. Look, Wes, I know you're bonding with her, but she's unpredictable, dangerous, too powerful a being, too close to being an enemy.
Yeah, it is difficult to try kill
Which means you
Illyria.
find some kind of weakness, some point of vulnerability. You want me to find a way to kill her. You got a problem with that?
She's not Fred anymore.
Man, 2 troop carriers, an ice cream truck, and 8 beautifully maintained lawns. Not to mention dozens of employees rendered useless to the company.
Bill me.
Oh, we
She
will.
just brought hell to that
Advantages coming
hellhole.
directly out of this division's profits. Congratulations. In one swift stroke, you've gone from leader of the pack to staggering at the rear.
And
Hey.
The word is water or breeze. No. Or perhaps I am only bothered because I am bothered.
That is deep.
Your opinion of me weighs less than sunlight.
I was gonna say she had a moment after her bout with.
Got a wind it at least, didn't I? That's right.
Wait,
it was
what?
she. Reckon you'll think twice next time.
Hello.
I want you dead. Believe me.
I was there. I saw it.
He hasn't tried to murder you yet. Time is
Bluebird
Yeah.
is in flight.
in flux.
Does. Yep. I'm sure he's in there, you know, getting into her head,
Oh,
sowing
Ham.
the seeds of fear. Don't you worry. He will snap her like a pregnant twig.
Wow, Harm, gee.
We'll try an organic cola.
My husband. He was hurt at work. Brain damage, doctors say. Incurable. We're scraping by on food stamps and disability.
This is a thing that has to
But
be
the birth
done.
ring. They say they can make him whole again. Make him
Anointed.
remember who I am.
It's the fake life they gave you upstairs. Wife, kids, all the icing on the family cake. But somewhere underneath it, there was the nagging certainty that it was all lies. That
Yeah.
all the smiles and the
Okay, so
birthday
too good
candles
to
and
be
the homework were
true.
just there to hide the horror.
There's always
Is that all we're doing
something.
here? Just hiding the horror?
No.
Because I don't think I can stomach it anymore, not after all that's happened.
You have to.
They go way back. They don't want her here. They don't want her anywhere at all.
Oh.
But they consider this to be your problem, so have a nice fight.
Wow.
Oh, you might want to try taking a look at the low emanation scanner readouts. Just a thought.
They'd just be like, not my problem.
This is a tough one.
The vampire plays children's games.
Tag, you're it, honey.
Love how calm he is.
Wonderful. Huh? That's so full of life. So, how's our little oven bun? Still kicking up a storm? Oh, third trimester. Any more pressure, shortness of breath?
I love these guys.
Well, that's nearing.
And on the eve of his 13th year, he will be prepared for the rites of Gordabach.
That's what? Like a bar mitzvah?
A lovely gift.
Amanda, it's a ritual sacrament.
Oh! I mean, I think the mother has a right to know. Uh-oh.
Plankton envying the ocean that holds them.
Yeah, that's great. Listen, I got things.
You
Ridiculous.
see, Angel's
My death won't
perplexed.
prevent your dying. What have you done to me?
Get your damn hands off me.
You don't know.
Oh,
Not yet. It's too early.
it's too early.
You gotta keep your thingy on for this to work, okay? Oh, that's mature. Now, where's she?
Oh, yeah.
Training
Don't
room
grab
inside.
the laptop like that, Spike.
Gushing petrol like a geyser.
Oof. I mean, something of her power and the human body, yeah, it's gonna have side effects.
Well, that's the problem. You don't always see it.
Ah! What? Wait, what the fuck? No, this can't be happening. No, Spike. What the fuck?
It holds them.
Yeah, that's great. Listen, I got things.
Ridiculous. My death won't prevent your dying. What have you done to me?
Get your damn hands off me.
And she's zapping back again? Yeah. Damn, she's popping in certain
right.
points
What
of
the
the
hell did you do to me?
timeline.
Angel,
You weren't here before.
what just happened?
But because she
Can
grabbed
time
him.
Weave time in this way.
This isn't us. We don't have the power to.
And you're glitching,
You know
honey.
what you were when I was young? You were the muck at our feet. We called you the ooze that eats itself.
Holy shit.
You were pretty at night. You sparkled and you stank. You still stink of it. That's how your reign persists. You're a slave to an insane construct. You are moral.
This is very, very
A true ruler is as moral as a hurricane. Empty, but for the force of his gale.
Whew.
Here, if I am Paradox, then this can all change, can it? You said things have been altered. What you said, what you did, you can change this outcome.
And can be rewritten.
Constant. Yet things remain the same.
Ooh! Yeah, oh my, whoa!
Damage we were looking at Valyria Chernobyl zones.
Conservative guess several.
That's funny, I didn't even see her leave.
Well, that's the problem.
Spike, don't...
One first. Don't always see her when she's buggering.
No! Shit!
Wait.
Can we have no casualties? Because this is gonna end badly.
Let's put that thing down. Spike, nobody move.
You asked me to allow you to murder me.
It's not murder if you say yes.
No one is murdering you. This device won't kill you. What?
Woo?
You said I lied.
Of
Valyria,
course.
this device will draw the energy away from you safely.
But I am my power. And I would rather
You will be
attacked
dead
by a
if you
traitor than
let
be
it
left
continue
under
residing in you.
I kill you. That's how this ends.
No!
I was the immaculate embodiment of rules. I blame this on the weakness of your species.
Fair enough.
Well, can't do anything about that. Ill.
She could still prove to be problematic for us. Much of what she was is still intact. I doubt she'll ever stop trying to conquer everything.
She'll always try to find a way, even if it's
No master
impossible.
but your ambition. What's that?
I think you may have been right before.
What are you doing?
What we're supposed to. Serve our clients.
Some cracks are gonna emerge there. Make some people happy, but yikes. But I think Illyria's kind of that little scuffle kind of awoken something in Angel. So yeah, but it was a very, very interesting scenario with Illyria zipping at certain points in time. Well, in recent timeline events, aka this episode, and showing that vulnerability and how Wesley had a plan to kind of siphon, I guess, a bit of her ability so it doesn't overload. So yeah, so but it's. Like it was said, that she's not going to stop. She'll always try to find a way to be who she was. So yeah, but this was for her own good, because otherwise, yeah, I don't know if Illyria likes the idea of ceasing to exist, but that probably would have happened. So very, very trippy stuff in that episode, with the bopping in certain points in time with Illyria, and her abilities just not really being a benefit for her. It was starting to take a toll, and depowering her as much as it would piss her off, probably the best way to go, really. So yeah, I gotta say, there were some really, really great quotes, especially from Illyria in this episode. Like, I feel like listening to certain parts in that episode, whether I was just like sat there just gazing in terms of what she would have to say, or any other kind of example when she would use some very, very great quotes, I felt like they were, I don't know, they were kind of hypnotic in a sense. I don't know, that's a weird way of describing it, but there was some really, really great lines that I was able to pick up throughout the episode. There were so many great moments. So in terms of certain dialogue that she said, so I really, really enjoyed some of the stuff that Illyria came out with, especially the very poignant one, which Angel, I guess, is seemingly going to adapt about winning a war. You have to serve no master but your ambition, I think it was, yeah. Just how she was very, very dismissive about wanting to, I guess, be on a similar level to anyone beneath her, really, about how she would rather be a Titanic crater, I think it was, than be like you. So yeah, I really loved some of the just some of the dialogue that she came out with, and I felt like this was a very strong episode for her, even though that this episode was quite the opposite for her, because there was that vulnerability, because she was cracking like an egg, basically, and yeah, so there had to be a case of depowering her, and it's not like she is completely weak whatsoever. She's still got a bit of that power, but she's not like what she once was. And it, like I said, it's not going to stop her from trying to pursue what was once her, like, something that benefited her, the power that she was once, I guess, notorious for. So, but seeing her eviscerate the majority of, I guess, Team Angel was just really, really insane. But I guess you could do that with time loop episodes. Like, I always say it when it comes to time loop episodes about the fact that you can get away with these kind of kills. So just the way she, it was just like Vader and the Rebels, how she dealt with Spike. Angel came flying and then poof. Yeah, it was just really, really insane. But no, I really, really am intrigued to see where this power trip might lie in terms of Angel, because I do feel like, well, I don't know what might happen in terms of the long game, because obviously with season 6 being cancelled, yeah, I don't know if this kind of ruined plans in a sense, but no, I feel like I don't know. I do feel like Angel's got a trick up his sleeve, and might be able to try and use, I guess, that how the episode ended. That's going to play in to his advantage against the senior partner. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what's going to happen in terms of that plan with Illyria saying on how to win a war, because obviously there was that moment where he was allowing the sacrifice of the child to happen, but I do feel like there is a bit of a trick up his sleeve. So yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But it will be very, very interesting to see how, well, I guess Illyria's story's going to go with her being a bit depowered. Still, she's still going to possess the mentality and the strength, the insane strength that she has, but it's not going to be as it was before. So, and, you know, the, I guess, vessel, if you want to call it that, the vessel was starting to crack, really, in terms of, well, her abilities, it was getting too much. And I think you could really, really see how she was just trying to maintain, like, she was willing to die with this power, really, because she refused to give it up. It would be a strong weakness for her to do what was right, really. So yeah, and that's why Wesley had to do what had to be done in terms of depowering her, as well as lying to Angel and co, because they were so hell-bent on taking her out of the equation. She couldn't really fit, and she was a bit of a liability, especially with her abilities. But Wesley, which I am really, really surprised with in terms of, like, how, I guess, disheveled you could say he is. Like, I am really surprised with how he was able to pull off, I would say, a very neat plan in terms of, I would say tricking Angel and essentially saying to him, let's give this a shot now that she's in a bit more of a safer terrain, but also Angel's able to realize where Illyria is coming from with her, speech about power and how you could use that to win a war, especially with what Lindsay has said a couple of episodes ago. But I just really thought that it was a pretty intense episode. Like I said, with the whole bobbing back and forth all throughout different recent times in this episode. But I also really loved the fact that we opened up with Illyria just seemingly causing carnage. And we didn't see it happen on screen, but she just decided to rescue Gunn. The executioner guy, damned him to an eternal fate, really. So I don't think anyone's going to be coming to rescue him. So, but it's a kind of a taste of your own medicine. But it was also really, really great to see, that I think the senior partners are not too happy with Illyria being around. So I'm wondering what's going to happen there in terms of what other kind of shenanigans they might have up their sleeve. So but I thought Illyria in terms of this episode was a very, very interesting concept, especially in terms of reactions to her with Angel and his plans for her, and Wesley, I guess, coming to terms that Illyria is here, like I don't want to say moving on because I don't think that's right, but he has accepted this is what it is, and I say that because of the fact that there is Gunn feeling very, very bad in terms of when he was in that hell dimension, there was that fake life, and it's not a real concept. It's something that is just an illusion. And for Wesley, it's just an illusion to imagine there is a chance to see Fred past the Illyria facade, if that makes sense. But it is Illyria. There is no essence of Fred, and he has to come to terms with this is the true reality of the situation. And it's the same with Gunn, with the fact that there is that facade of this nice happy family. It's all sunshine and rainbows, but deep down there is something darker. Like Illyria, she's a more darker, like you try to see Fred, especially with the fact that she has that physical essence of Fred, just a bit more blue, but deep inside there is that darker approach. So but it was really, really great to see Gunn's involvement as well in this episode, because not only was he adamant on the fact that he doesn't want this forgiveness, he feels like he doesn't deserve it, which, I don't blame Gunn for thinking that. He feels a bout of responsibility and, going through that situation, even though you saw that nice happy family and it was all very, very blissful, he remembers all of the pain that he went through, and there is a side of him that feels like this is probably what he deserves, because he feels responsible for what happened to Fred. And Fred was someone who was very, very innocent and sweet, and not just that though, but I'm just thinking back to the moment where he told Wesley, if you hurt her, I'll kill you. So he's probably cursing himself with the fact that everything that's happened. And not just that, though, but how his, I guess you could say, for his perspective, he saw his mind implant as a bit of a greed, if that makes sense, because he wanted to be more than just the brawn. So he feels a little bit greedy, and he feels like he should be chastising himself. And it's really sad because he didn't have any kind of foresight into what would happen with Fred, but still, it doesn't diminish the fact that you're going to feel like total shit. and we're seeing quite the ramifications in terms of that morality situation for Gunn come about in this episode when he was arguing with that group in regards to the child, and how that morality is kind of like there is that morality situation for Gunn. Not just that though, but you can see how he now feels out of place in Wolfram and Hart. So yeah, he doesn't have he doesn't have that pull that he once did, you know, when he was lawyering up. Yeah, you could see he I guess it's kind of symbolic because of the fact that, you know, he was lawyering up and he would put on the suit. Now he has no it's kind of symbolic. The suit kind of represents that magnet to him wanting to, you know, who he was before this episode. Now there is none of that appeal. There is that disgust in a sense. And I can see him kind of having I don't know, I could see him definitely departing from Wolfram and Hart. But he wasn't, you know, he wasn't suiting up, etc. He was trying to find the best of a sticky situation, and there is just that disgust, you could say. He doesn't have any of that pull to Wolfram and Hart, so that's the vibe I was getting. So there is that out of place feeling, and now that Angel is taking, I wouldn't say a darker approach, but one that I think for Gunn it would be a darker approach from his perspective. It's gonna feel a lot more I don't know, disgusting for him. Now that, you know, Angel made that decision, okay, the kid gets sacrificed when he becomes, 13? So, yeah. So, we'll just have to wait and see what does happen in terms of, like I said, Angel, if he has some kind of game plan. So, yeah. But you could see that Gunn was trying to, you could see him trying to adjust, and yeah, it just feels wrong. You could tell he felt like out of place in this episode, and yeah, so, but he has a lot of guilt racked on his shoulders, I would say. So yeah, but no, I thought this was pretty neat. Like I said, Illyria, I feel like Illyria was the MVP in this episode in terms of in terms of the performance, and not just that though, but the overall story as well, because of the fact that we saw her glitching, and we saw her eviscerate everyone in fine fashion. And I mean, it's par for the course given her abilities, but it was still pretty surreal and insane to see her just decimate everyone. But it was just really great to have this story with her having having her abilities just become very excessive to the point where it just becomes glitchy, it just becomes out of control, and this is going to be a benefit for her. So like her being depowered, even though she doesn't want that, but and she was, you know, trying so hard to fight it. It was like trying to fight it. I guess it's very appropriate to compare this to Wesley, because he is looking very tired. When was the last bloody time he had some sleep? But it's like trying to fight off that sleep, isn't it? Like, I'm gonna stay awake. With her abilities, she doesn't want to make herself more vulnerable. She doesn't want to depower herself. She's going to keep fighting, and there is that instability that comes. So yeah, so even though she is more powered down, she still has that power, but you always want more. You always want more and more power, don't you? Especially someone of Illyria's reputation. So, and you just saw her, like, I just feel like she just kept refusing, and that was her issue. So Wesley Wesley is her saving grace, really. So I also got to say, going back to when she saved Gunn, I felt like that. I said it in the reaction, but it is quite ironic, isn't it? And I think Gunn even made a mention about the irony in Illyria saving Gunn, when he feels that responsibility on killing Fred. Like I said, I know he did not have any intention, and foresight wasn't a thing to say, oh, if you do this, then Fred dies. But there is that guilt. You're gonna feel that guilt, and that's what Gunn is feeling in this episode. And I feel like everything with Fred, everything since Fred's death, from him being in hospital and Wesley stabbing him, to him being in that hell dimension, he has just felt like you could tell that he has felt like when he went to see that doctor in episode 14, I think it was, you could tell that he feels like, if I could turn back the clock, I would prevent myself, and I just feel uncomfortable. I feel sick. So, yeah, but, that's my 2 cents on it, because I feel like you could sense that Gunn felt a bit like he doesn't kind of fit in this scenario. So, yeah, but, yeah, because you can't exactly go back to Wolfram and Hart, and you can't adjust to what you were like, to what it was like before, especially after everything. It just has changed for him. So I'm gonna be very intrigued to see where Gunn's story does go, because I thought when he was left in the Hell Dimension, as I said, I thought that was it for him. But now that there is this very interesting scenario about Wolfram and Hart, it has no appeal to him, no attraction. So yeah, but I really, really thought this was a great episode, in terms of, especially the second half, when you saw Angel and Illyria tussling. It was just really neat stuff. So yeah, but pretty awesome stuff. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!